The Animated Anarchy series presents The Animated Showdown.
All right, what's up, everybody? It is Wednesday afternoon. We are here for another edition of Animated Showdown. This is episode 13, and we're going to see how lucky it is for some of the people that are having their shows compete here today. Eric is back with us again. If you joined us on Animated Hour of Power, he is back from Australia. I can't tell if he got himself a nice suntan or not. Or how was the weather in Australia, by the way?
It was beautiful. It didn't rain until the last day. The last day that we left.
Yo,
Right.
Did you see any like crocodiles or like sharks or anything like that? Or like crazy?
Yeah, I went to
exotic animals?
not a zoo, but it was like a wildlife park.
Refuge area, like a national
I
park.
saw some. Yeah, I'll send some pictures.
Did you get into a kickboxing match with a kangaroo?
Dude, that's the first thing I'm doing when I hop off a boat or plane when I hop in Australia.
No, they didn't have that one.
They didn't have kangaroos?
You don't
No,
see
they
them
had
hopping
kangaroos,
around?
but not that one.
Yeah, you just run them down and go clothesline them.
Yeah, you got to square them up, Eric.
Yeah.
Should have walked up there like McGregor, like, beat this guy's butt. And then proceed to get kicked to death because they're mean.
Or Eric can walk up to him wearing nothing but a thong, and that'll scare the kangaroo to walk away and he'll win by the
slap your
Try
chest.
to crawl in the Joey pouch.
All right. Believe it or not, this is a family show. All right, and of course, I am your host, Dutchie, joined by Money E.
What's up?
The pork chop eating right now, Wild Card Dave.
Yep.
And Shawn, of course, is here.
Hello.
And today's matches are STEINS Gate versus INUYASHA, the Pink Panther Show versus Wacky Races, Cow and Chicken versus the Fairly Odd Parents, and the main event is Family Guy versus American Dad.
That one is freaking tough.
Yeah. So
It's a great main event.
now, absolutely, that's why I put it as a main event, because I figured it would be tough. Unlike last Wednesday when we had to switch what the main event was going to be, because the second match was tougher than the main event. But all right. So we are going to have 5 categories determined by the randomizer. We are going to do that in just a second here. So the guys are going to judge 3. If you win a show, or if a show wins 3-0, then they get 30 points. 3-1 is 20 points. 3-2 is 10 points, and then 5 for the loser. And if you are swept, you lose 10 points. And we are going to go ahead and share the screen here. What do we want?
I want intro. I want intro theme song for this one. Because I think that's a really freaking hard one for the last category.
Yeah.
I literally have it 50-50 for intro on the last matchup. So
I hope we don't get voice acting for that same reason, Dave.
yeah.
All right. Can everybody see the screen?
I agree with you, Shawn. Yes, I can see the screen,
Right.
sir.
All right.
Yep.
Very good. All right, here we go. Hitting the button, and we are going to get. Well, you're not getting. You're not getting voice acting, but you're not getting theme song either. But we are going to get memorable moments, fan base, cultural impact is back, character development, and humor. So, what do we think?
What's the last one? Humor?
Yeah.
It doesn't make this any easier.
No.
No. Not really. Maybe
Maybe the
with like
first
one or
one,
two of them.
All I'm going to say is the Pink Panther show is lucky that voice acting is not on here.
Yep.
Because they would be in trouble, just like Tom and Jerry ran into that issue several weeks ago when they had to deal with voice acting. All right, so the first battle up tonight is Steins Gate versus INUYASHA. Steins Gate in the division of Dave's lovely Mrs. Amanda. And INUYASHA in the division of Mike Burns. I gotta try to suck up to your missus as much as possible, just in case she loses here, but and just so she knows it's not my fault. But all right, so we are gonna start with memorable moments. Who had the more memorable moments? Dave, you start.
I actually went with Steins Gate here, just because it has more intense, climatic, and more emotional moments. Where INUYASHA, it's got a wider variety of action and romance, but I feel like it has a longer run. So like that between like the memorable moments, there's like a big gap between them. Whereas in Steins Gate, it's more like every episode is kind of more memorable.
Okay. Shawn, you're not gonna go last, you're gonna go next.
Yeah, I agree. Steins Gate on this one. I think Dave pretty much nailed it on the head with his explanation.
All right. Eric.
I'm going Steins Gate.
All right. All right. Amanda's off to a good start here, Dave. 1-0.
I don't know how long that lasts though.
All right. Well, you said it. I didn't. All right. Fan base is up next. Who had the bigger fan base? These, of course, are two animes. And Eric, you're going to start.
From the research I did, it seemed like international.
INUYASHA.
Thank you. Had a bigger fan base.
All right. And Dave, you're up.
Yeah, you are right on that, Eric. INUYASHA for this one, it's got a larger scale of a fan base. It has more long-term popularity as well. Steins Gate is doing really good out the gate. No pun intended. But it doesn't have the success as INUYASHA does.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I'm glad my research did.
Well done on the research there, Eric. All right, Shawn, you're up.
Yeah, INUYASHA. I found the same thing, that they're a lot larger of a fan base than Steins Gate is.
All right. So, and I might tie into the next category, which is cultural impact. Who has had a bigger cultural impact? And Shawn, you're going to start.
I mean, just based off of what we just talked about, I'm giving it to INUYASHA.
Yep. Who's texting? No.
All right.
You got the
Dave,
same
you're
text,
up.
though.
This one was kind of more difficult because like Steins Gate is regarded one of the best written animes, but you can't deny the 50 million copies sold by INUYASHA for their manga. You can't deny their global popularity and their broad appeal. So I have to go INUYASHA here. This this show also aired on Toonami. Adult Swim's Toonami. So
Yeah.
it played like after Dragon Ball Z and whatnot. So it kind of was one of those gateway animes for a lot of us Westerners.
Alrighty. And Eric, go ahead.
International.
Eric, one of these
Real
days you'll
time,
be
yeah.
able. One of these days you'll be able to pronounce the majority of these shows correctly.
Hey, I understand it's a foreign language, but so I totally get it.
Well, and the funny thing is that like I butcher these things too, which is why I'm just the host and I only have to say it probably just like the one time. So all right, INUYASHA is up 2-1. They can win it with this next category, which is character development. And Eric, you're going to start.
Character development. I saw more development in INUYASHA. And plus, it was a longer running series, so
I thought you were going to say it's a longer title.
that too.
I'm giving hand signals.
Dave, you're not on camera.
I know. That's why I said it.
So you want to go next? All right, go ahead.
I'm actually going with Steins Gate here. The protagonist and the main character of this story, he's changed fundamentally by the events of the story, and in more of a compelling way. Whereas INUYASHA, I feel like, because it's a long-running anime, so it takes longer and a much more longer period of time to see any real character development in such characters. So I think Steins Gate does this because the emotions and everything that he's going through is more compelling, and it's more severe, I believe, is watching through it. I haven't finished it, so I don't know how it all plays out, but I feel like through the episodes I've watched so far, the character development seems to be a lot better in this.
Okay. All right, Shawn, we know what's going to happen here.
I have INUYASHA winning this one.
All right.
And I think my best way to explain it is because of the longevity of it and how long it takes to notice character development makes it that more appealing for when it like finalizes, I guess you can say.
Okay.
So
you're seeing more of the journey of
you're seeing like every little step or every little change of a detail of a character slightly. I think it adds into like I guess suspense of like, is he actually gonna change, or like is he doing all this and then gonna resort back to what they were? I think I just like that type of development.
Fair enough. I like your take.
Yeah. That's why we always have them break the tie. The more important ties, by the way. All right. INUYASHA wins at 3-1, so 20 points for INUYASHA. Steins Gate does not lose any points, but they do not gain any points. We are going to move right in to the next battle, which is the Pink Panther Show versus Wacky Races. Pink Panther Show in the division of Karen Bianco. Wacky Races in the division of Kelly Peranian. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly. Eric's probably not going to be able to help, even though he is friends with this woman. And by the way, not that I'm trying to stir anything up here, but we got a battle of a former boss versus former employee. Well, she's not a former. She still works for the company. The boss does not, or not for that particular store. But Karen used to be Kelly's boss. So if they did not get along, this could be perfect revenge for either one of them. All right. We are going to go ahead and we are going to start with the memorable moments. Which show had the most memorable moments? And Shawn, we're going to let you start.
I went with Wacky Races on this one. and I think I mainly picked it just because of Dastardly's schemes to like try to halt races or to, I don't know, like stop the race, I guess.
Yeah.
He was always attempting, not as much trying to hurt or not like, destroy everybody, but, from him just like pouring oil or, causing an avalanche. That stuff was a lot more memorable than Pink Panther.
Right. All right. And
and his dog Muttley's little like his sinister laugh.
yeah, that was fun,
Like,
especially
that's
when he would
always
laugh at
memorable.
Dastardly's expense.
Yeah, and he'd always do it after he'd be like, "Oh, Muttley, do something," and he's like, "It's like
All
that."
right.
That's such a well-known meme too.
Yeah. All right, Eric. You're
I'm
friends
going
with both.
Wacky Races too.
Wacky Races?
It's hard to have memorable moments when the characters don't talk,
I mean, that's a fair enough point.
in my opinion.
Yeah. All right, Dave, go ahead.
I went with Pink Panther here, just from the title sequence of him like messing with the titles and credits and stuff. I thought was pretty memorable. The scenarios that Pink Panther goes through, I think, is pretty comedic and memorable as well. So I picked Pink Panther here.
All right. And Wacky Race is going to win this one. They're up 1-0. And we go to fan base. And Dave, we're going to start with you. Who had the bigger fan base? Who had the better fan base? Who had the better looking fan base? Although that really doesn't matter.
I think Pink Panther was more widespread and has a bigger fan base than Wacky Races. They also did a live action movie of this.
2, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So I don't see any live actions for Wacky Races. Just maybe Speed Racer. But I think Pink Panther takes this. I think its fan base is much larger.
Okay. Eric.
Yeah, Pink Panther 2 is just more well known. I didn't even know what the other Wacky Race was until I had to watch it. So
Okay.
at least I knew Panther.
Right. All right, Shawn.
I have Pink Panther winning this one. It's just a lot more known, Wacky Races was kind of just, in my opinion, a generational cartoon and never really captivated further than, Pink Panther continued to move on. They made those movies with Steve Martin.
Wacky Race is another Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Do you think it's just a Hanna-Barbera thing to where like it's more generational and it's not really like necessarily?
I would say so, because I know if I was to ask my dad, he'd probably pick Wacky Races.
Yeah.
And that's just, he watched this show more. And to them, if you pin that up to them, like that's their version of our, I don't know, their version of like Rugrats.
Yeah.
Or Looney Tunes, I guess.
Yeah, because like a lot of Hanna-Barbera cartoons, like they have a lot of them have had issues, especially in this series, to where I mean, a few of them have won. SWAT Cats is one of them. They won on Saturday, but they've had issues with a lot of these categories because they are so generational, and a lot of them really aren't remembered that much, except for by an older audience.
Yeah.
Shawn, let's say your mom and dad, and Eric, let's say that Karen, your former boss and the representative of Pink Panther, were the judges on this show instead of the three of you. The Hanna-Barbera shows would probably do a lot better because they're more, that's their cup of tea.
All right.
Now, if they were the judges instead of you guys, my ratings would tank. But all I mean, no offense to your mom and dad. Actually, if I said that to your dad would probably agree with me.
Yeah, Sean's dad probably would.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh.
And then come back with something smart to say.
Well, that's the thing is that like I would insult him. He would agree with what I was saying, but then he'd also come back with something and insult me back.
Yep.
That's just been our relationship over the years. All right. Pink Panther, Wacky Races tied 1-1. Cultural impact is the next category. Cultural impact is kind of the same thing as fan base, but Shawn, I'm starting with you.
To a degree.
Yeah, I gave this one to Wacky Races.
Whoa.
Solely because, I don't know, it's a show that got memed more often and is kind of still relatable today, I guess.
Okay.
Like meme-wise. I mean, Pink Panther definitely had an impact on a lot of people, but I don't really see much past just like an original fan base. Like, I think Wacky Races reached more than just a fan base for that cartoon in itself.
Okay. All right, Dave, because you said, whoa, you're going next.
Yeah, I think I'm on the opposite side here. I went with Pink Panther for cultural impact. It's impacted so much that they made live actions after this show. The song,
Yep.
dun-dun, dun-dun. Yeah, that's iconic, bro. Everybody knows that. That's impact right there. Let alone the jazz music they played in there impacts this severely. I feel like Pink Panther is timeless.
Yeah.
And Wacky Races is lost in the time.
Yeah. The only thing that hurt, and thank God it's not a category on here. The only thing that hurt Pink Panther, in my opinion, is the fact that nobody talked.
Yeah, but it also made it what it was too.
Yeah. So, all right, Eric, you get to break a tie here.
But I agree. If they got voice acting, it would have.
Pink Panther.
Okay.
Pink Panther all the way. I just think it had more of an impact. It has an impact today, I think.
Yeah.
I think people would know. If you ask somebody on the street which one they know, Pink Panther or, I think people would say Pink Panther.
All right. I mean, they probably would. All right. Character development is the next category. Pink Panther can win it here. If they get it. Character development. Who had the better character development? And Dave, how about you go first?
Yeah, this one goes to Wacky Races. I think it offers a wider variety of like personalities and interactions. Whereas Pink Panther, it's kind of the same kind of thing going on every show. So I think it goes Wacky Races here.
All right. Shawn, instead of you breaking the tie, you're going to go second.
I also have Wacky Races winning this one. Solely because, the characters actually have dialogue.
It helps.
It definitely helps. So, but I'm on the boat. If Pink Panther did have dialogue, I feel like they would have taken this category.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they probably would have. All right, Eric.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Pink. Was it Wacky Races?
It's Wacky Races, not Racky Waces.
You rascally wabbit.
Wacky Races.
All right. Because you're starting to talk like him, you have to dress like Elmer Fudd next week.
Yes.
Even though technically I'm the one that looks like him.
Oh, he has to dress up as Tarzan. We already agreed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Eric, what size loincloth are you?
You literally have no option either, Eric. We voted on the live.
Yeah, we did.
So
should have been there.
Our fans want to see it, Eric. You gonna go against them?
Well, they voted to have me do it, but then Shawn's mother chimed in and said that no, the one that's not there has to do it.
Which
And by
then
the way, the
proceeded
one-
to persuade all our votes.
Yeah.
She was the lobbyist. We were, political party.
Yeah, can't let our
Yeah.
fans down, Eric.
So,
Yeah, Eric.
so
If you don't do it, I'm
Bonnie,
driving to
Bonnie,
Philly.
thank you for that.
And we're clipping it. We're clipping it. Make us go viral,
Well,
Eric.
Eric, you gotta
You got to do it, Eric.
start shopping for loincloths. I'll buy you one for Christmas if I have to.
Buying one for Thanksgiving.
This is like us as your manager sitting you down being like, you will go clean those toilets if you want that paycheck.
Yep.
Only difference here is there's no paycheck.
Yeah.
Might have
Thing
to go
is, you
clean
got
the
to take
toilet.
one for the team.
It's
Yeah.
for the good of the fan base.
Yeah, you
Eric-
took a month off. You got to do it for the show.
Eric's texting his
dedication
mother
level.
as we speak, saying, "Mom, can we book another trip for a month?" All right. Wacky Races and Pink Panther are tied. We go to the 5th round, so this one is going to go all 5. It is humor. Now, even though Pink Panther had no dialogue, there were still some funny moments. But who was funnier? And Tarzan Fudd, we start with you. Eric,
That's you, Eric.
I'm going with Pink Panther. I thought. Yeah, I know. That's why I said Pink Panther.
Yeah.
I just found more humor in that. I didn't particularly like either show, but I found more humor in Pink Panther.
Yeah. It's funny. You didn't like either show, but you suck up to the 2 people that have these shows more than anybody. Anyway, Dave, you're next.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Eric here. I liked Pink Panther. Their visual gags made me laugh, and I thought it was more comedic.
Fair enough. John?
I had Wacky Races winning this one. I just love the scheming behind Dastardly's plot to stop all the races. His dog kind of not helping him as much as a sidekick should. He's just kind of sitting there like demotivating him in a way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I loved it. So Wacky
fair.
Races for me.
All right. Pink Panther's going to win this 3-2. So they're going to get 10 points, and Wacky Races is going to get 5. So points for both shows in this one. And we move next to Cow and Chicken versus the Fairly Odd Parents. Cow and Chicken in the division of Kelly Peranian. Fairly Odd Parents in the division of Mike Thomas. So another Target battle. And we start with memorable moments. And Eric, you work with both of them, so you get to start. If you want free.
I got Odd Parents. I just thought there was more moments in that one. There were
Okay.
more funniest. Oh, I won't even say that. But
All right. Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, I went with Fairly Odd Parents here. Between Cosmos, Idiocy, Vicky, the Vicky Icky song, Mr. Crocker's obsession with fairies and stuff like that. It just made this more memorable. So I picked Fairly Odd Parents here.
All right. Shawn?
I agree. Fairly Odd Parents. And I don't remember fully, but didn't Mr. Crocker get Fairly Odd Parents as a kid, but then they left him or something like that, and which led to his obsession of seeing them, but nobody. That's why everybody thinks he's crazy, is because he can see them still.
Well, he I think he's seen him before or something, like he did, and like they made him forget or something.
Yeah, I want to say there was an episode where he literally, as a kid, he gets them, and then something happens, and then he's supposed to they do that or something.
Yeah,
and that leads him to kind of still remembering, but not.
Yeah,
fully.
I vaguely remember that episode.
Stop it.
Is
Yeah,
your
I
dog
didn't get that far.
your cat attacking the door?
Jinx is scratching the carpet.
Oh, yeah, my cat does that.
I didn't even know she was in here.
My cat does that, and a scratch pad will be right next to it.
I try to get her up here, but she won't. She crazy.
All right, Fairly Odd Parents is going to win this first category. Now we move on to fan base. Who had the bigger fan base? We had Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network here. Cow and Chicken is Cartoon Network. Fairly Odd Parents is Nickelodeon. And Shawn, we're starting with you.
Oh, Fairly Odd Parents for sure. I think like that show just captivated such a huge audience.
Yeah.
I think Cow and Chicken was more, I don't know, like a dumb humor type of audience, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But Fairly Odd Parents. I mean, if even just look at their ratings, their merchandise, their books, everything. Like Cow and Chicken doesn't really have much out of the way other than their show.
Yeah, it has a cult following.
Do you want to die?
Same thing his wife is saying to the kids in the other room.
Clip it.
I would pick her up and show you guys, but she would scratch the crap out of me.
Yeah.
She does not like getting picked up. It's not like Kerchak.
I have one cat that's like that out of my 5, or no, 2 actually.
Like she loves being pet and loved and stuff, but pick her up and she tries to murder.
Yep. I got 2 that are like that.
Yeah.
And the
One of our
love
cats
to be
out
held.
here is one of our cats is like that too. All right,
Is it Missy?
Misty, yeah,
Misty.
yeah.
From Pokemon.
No, well, she's as big of a anyway.
Anywho, back on your track here.
Eric, you're up.
Odd Parents. They had a larger community. They have a larger. I never heard of Cow and what is it? Cow and
Chicken.
Chicken.
Cow until I had to watch it.
Yeah. All right, Dave.
Yeah, Fairly Odd Parents here. I mean, it definitely has a significant larger fan base, from viewership to merch sold to, viewers watching episodes, and it still has a massive popularity and longevity.
All right,
Yeah.
Fairly Odd Parents is up 2-0. They can win it with the next category here, and they can get themselves 30 points. Cultural impact. Dave.
Yeah, I think Cow and Chicken got screwed right here. With the order of these and which categories were picked. This one goes to Fairly Odd Parents. Kind of like last category. I mean, it has significantly larger fan base. More people are captivated to this show, and more people like it. So, with the fan base, you're going to have more of an impact, right?
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
Yep.
All right, Shawn.
Fairly Odd Parents all day long.
And it's the second longest running animated series behind SpongeBob on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we should point that out.
I just say it's undeniable at this point.
Yeah. All right, Eric, go ahead.
Odd Parents.
All right.
These two said it.
All right. Kelly Perenian did not have a good night. One of her shows loses in a close one, and the other one just got blown. And not in a good way either. Sorry to all the kids. But all right. Fairly Odd Parents going to win this 3-0. They get the 30 points. Cow and Chicken's going to lose 10. Main event time. It is Family Guy versus American Dad. And we're going to start with memorable moment. Oh, by the way, Family Guy in the division of Mike Thomas, who just had a big win with Fairly Odd Parents. American Dad in the division of Jimmy Morrison. And we're going to start with memorable moments. And Shawn, we're starting with you.
Ah, man. This is a hard one. I have, Jesus. I'm going to go with Family Guy. I think since it's been running longer, there's a lot more moments. But mainly to me, like, I always remember the chicken fights between the chicken and Peter.
Yeah.
And then the cultivation of like how it even started. And it was just over the dumbest thing, obviously, and they just kept going with it. Just I guess it's a hard one because I love American Dad too, especially the episode where they're reenacting the Vietnam War at a golf course.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Steve
I watched that
like
episode today.
way too into it, and like
Yeah.
he like ends up getting like PTSD because of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, I think Family Guy just has had the more moments, especially with the crossover between them and The Simpsons.
Right.
Nobody ever thought something like that would happen because they always were saying Family Guy is a ripoff of The Simpsons and all that noise, and they kind of, I don't know, came together. So
Can you
That's
say
really-
that American
that's a
Dad
hard
is
one.
kind of a ripoff of Family Guy?
no, it's done by the same creator, so no.
All
Seth
right.
MacFarlane. I mean, they're
Yeah.
drastically different. I mean, obviously the plot's the same, but
Like the
Right.
family.
Dra-
the dad.
yeah. I mean, you got the laziness in Peter, and then you got Stan being the American hero.
Yeah.
So
Eric,
can see
you're
what
up
you
next.
mean
Yeah, that's
there.
true. I'm going Family Guy. I looked at more and I found more memorable moments. Especially,
All right, Dave.
Family Guy. I think they're culture-heavy jokes. Like Shawn said, the epic chicken fights with Peter. When Peter hurts his knee. The Godfather's episode with Stewie and Brian.
Oh my god, that was a good one.
Yeah, so I mean, there's so many. That's not to discredit American Dad. They have some good moments too, but I just don't think it compares to Family Guys.
Okay.
I think what also helped Family Guy is they're referencing to other shows and movies, like you just brought up with the Mafia
Yeah,
scene where
The Godfather.
The Godfather, yeah. Brian drinks or eats the last piece of cake or something. And Peter's like, oh, no, it's fine. Just, hey, let's go for a drive. And then they go to the middle of a wheat field, and out of all people, Quagmire pops up the back, shoots Brian. Next scene, he's alive.
Oh, that started with the chicken parm thing, right? And then
Yeah, and then you have like the last grape soda or something like that. Or
I think it was a
something.
cream soda.
Yeah, it was
Because-
something.
and I only say that because I think I saw the clip like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. So now we move on to fan base. Who had the bigger fan base? And Dave, you're going to start.
This one was tough for me because it's by the same creator, so I feel like their fan base is about like the same demographic people. But I'm gonna go with Family Guy just because it was first,
Yep.
and because it has more memorable moments and whatnot. I believe its fan base is a little more. I believe people like Family Guy a little bit more. People love Stewie and Brian, Quagmire, and stuff. So I think there's more characters that are more enjoyable that brings more of a fan base to Family Guy than American Dad.
Fair enough. Shawn.
Yeah, Family Guy. All these categories are hard for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would assume, or I would say Family Guy has a much larger fan base, especially since American Dad came off of Family Guy due to being, the same creator and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't really like American Dad as much as Family Guy because it was just kind of more viewed as like a political show in a sense. And then Family Guy was not. Like, Family Guy was just out of the wacky, ordinary, like not ordinary at all.
You never knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, you never knew. They were both episodic, so there wasn't much storytelling. I mean, Family Guy did a lot more of the storytelling.
Yeah.
Between characters, developments, and stuff. So, Family Guy for sure.
All right, Eric.
Family Guy. I just think it paved the way for American Dad. So that it's kind of it's different.
All right. Family Guy's up 2-0. They can win it in the next category, which is cultural impact. Who had the bigger cultural impact? I know what I would pick, but luckily I don't have to judge. Eric, you're going to start.
I feel like this is hard too. With culture impact. I'm going to say Family Guy.
All right.
As I said, bigger fan base, and I just think it's overall more popular.
Yeah. All right, Shawn, what say you?
I'm going to change it up and put American Dad into this one for 3 reasons. One, it was like a newer concept on that dumb government employee type of show where it's, all America, all America, all America, which is kind of funny, especially when they made him like Stan not the smartest person ever. Second reason is I want Dave to break the tie, so I don't have to, do it anymore. And that's pretty much my third reason too.
Okay. By the way, I kind of figured that I didn't want you to have to break the tie either. I kind of knew what you were going to do.
Yeah.
So, because by the way, we did this 4 weeks ago to Dave when it was Bleach versus Denver the Last Dinosaur. Your main reason for picking Denver the Last Dinosaur in the category was just so Dave could break the tie for Bleach to win. So, Dave, go ahead and break the tie.
Yeah, I think you got to go Family Guy here. I just believed it's reached a popularity and impact that American Dad never touched.
Okay. Yeah. Very hard categories for American Dad to try to get a win here. Family Guy wins at 3-0. They sweep. They get 30 points. 30 points. American Dad is going to lose 10.
I was kind of upset about the categories here because I feel like, American Dad, like I had them like for like character development, which we didn't get to. I had them winning that and a couple other categories.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I thought this was going to be a closer match, and I felt like, there were certain categories that American Dad needed.
Yeah.
It should have been.
They needed like theme song.
Yep.
For sure needed to be one of them for this one.
That is one catchy theme song.
Yeah, I love American Dad's theme song. Yeah. It is great.
Yeah, I had American Dad in that too.
Yeah. Now,
I'm glad we didn't go to character development because there is 0 character development in any of these shows.
There's more in American Dad, I believe.
I would disagree. I would say later years of Family Guy now have more.
With Roger and Stan, I feel like there's quite a bit of character development with those. I feel like the daughter, I forget her name off the top of my head, but I think she has development with her boyfriend and stuff like that throughout the show and whatnot. So there is character development, and I think it's more consistent in American Dad.
Yeah, okay. I could see that.
Yeah. All right. So Family Guy wins at 3-0. They get to 30 points. American Dad loses 10. Fairly Odd Parents swept as well. They get 30 points. Cow and Chicken, of course, gets -10. So Mike Thomas had one heck of a night. Family Guy and Fairly Odd Parents both got sweeps. Also, Pink Panther beats Wacky Races 3-2. INUYASHA defeats STEINS Gate 3-1. Now, this upcoming Saturday night on Animated Hour of Power, episode 14. So we're getting close to the end of this first set of matches, the first leg, if you will, or the first stage, if you will. We have on Animated Hour Power this Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Mike Lewinogg versus Marvelous Adventures of Flapjack. Magi Adventures of Sinbad versus Hell's Paradise. And Dexter's Laboratory versus Freakazoid. And Justice League versus Death Note in the main event. Animated Showdown next Wednesday afternoon. Magi Kingdom of Magic versus The Rising of the Shield Hero. Amazing World of Gumball versus Dino Saucers. Kaiju number 8 versus Lazarus. And the main event is Goof Troop versus Animaniacs. Now, coming up 3 weeks from today. Of course, today is November the 5th. So on November the 26th, the day before Thanksgiving, will be a very special episode. It's going to be Wednesday night, November the 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is called Super Tunes, unless I can figure out a better name. It is the Viewer's Choice Special. A bunch of people voted on these matches a couple months ago. You're going to have the opportunity to vote on more matches. Or that poll should already be out as when this episode comes out. But Wednesday night, November the 26th, very special episode. We're going to be in prime time, baby. The main event of that show is G.I. Joe, Real American Hero versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's going to be a big one because both shows have big victories in their first matchups. Also, Batman the Animated Series versus Dragon Ball Z Kai. Fairly Odd Parents, who kicked some tushy earlier on in this show, go against Codename Kids Next Door, who had a hard time last week.
Ooh.
And another big matchup is Rick and Morty versus Bob's Burgers, plus many more. There's going to be 7 matches on that show, so it's going to be a big special for us.
Hell yeah.
So that is 3 weeks from tonight.
Okay.
3 weeks. I mean, this is in the afternoon, so we'll still have an afternoon show that day. We'll still have animated showdown, but we are going to go live. But that, of course, is pre-recorded. But we will be live that Wednesday night for this special because it's going to be a big one. So, all right. Also, like and subscribe to the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. Also join the Facebook group When Tunes Combine, facebook.com/group/When Tunes Combine. Make sure to also like and subscribe to the Wrestling Through the Years podcast YouTube channel. This Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to do our list for our top 10 underrated talkers. Also, make sure to join Eric on the Unscripted Sports Show. Join that YouTube channel as well. You can find Wildcard Dave on Twitch at TCX Godsend 95.
Yes, sir.
Shawn on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube at TCX Reaper.
Yep.
Also check out Daniel's, my brother Daniel's Dizzle 97 YouTube channel. He plays games on there, and he also pulls card packs. And also check out the Stabcast with Daniel and Mindy, and we'll see everybody Saturday night.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace out,
Have a good
guys.
one.
Here.